A lot of discussion today of a multi-billion-dollar deal that could reshape the landscape of the entertainment industry. Netflix has agreed to buy movie, TV, and streaming assets from Warner Brothers Discovery for nearly $83 billion.
And that includes streaming giant HBO Max. But before this huge deal can move forward, it still needs regulatory approval. So here to help break down this is Michael Schneider. He's the executive editor for TV at Variety. Michael, we thank you so much for joining us. Let's just jump right in. This is massive. So kind of break down for us how this could shift the landscape in Hollywood. Huge deal.
Yeah, this is a tremendous deal. I mean, this could take out one of the major streamers in Hollywood, and it also puts one of the huge studios under the purview of Netflix. And that brings up a whole bunch of questions about what's the future of Warner Brothers as a studio, the television aspect of it. Does HBO still exist in a few years? A lot of questions that we're all asking right now.
So the deal doesn't include, and check me if I'm wrong, Michael, does not include CNN, TLC, the other platforms. Is that right? What could that mean?
Right. The cable networks are being spun off into a different company that will be mostly those networks. So like you said, CNN, Discovery Network, all of those cable networks that are seen as sort of assets that aren't as valuable as they once were. And so Netflix wanted the goods. They wanted the intellectual property, the library that Warner Brothers has, and the studio.
With billions at play here, we know this merger isn't final just yet. So talk about some of the hurdles still have to be crossed here before it could even become a reality.
You're right, and that's going to be a big hurdle. The regulatory approval will take some time. This probably wouldn't finally be finalized until sometime in the third quarter of 2026, and there's a lot to do before then. There will be a lot of people who will really fight hard against this deal, feeling that they're creating a monopoly in the streaming world, that Netflix in purchasing HBO will be too big of a company, and that it wouldn't be in the customer's best interest for it to take place.
Michael, could I get you, just before you go, to drill down on that? Viewers are sitting at home. They hear these names. They hear this kind of exchange of ownership and all these big deals. Ultimately, what does it mean for the consumer, the streamer at home, or what could it mean?
It won't change things immediately. You'll still have your HBO Max for a long time to come. But ultimately, it could mean that HBO Max emerges with Netflix in that it's one streaming app that you're probably paying more for. The other big question that people still have is, what does this ultimately mean for Warner Brothers films? Will we still be able to watch them in theaters, or will those films basically be only found on Netflix as well? A lot of questions.
Michael Schneider, executive editor at TV Variety, thank you so much for helping us kind of sort through it as we understand it right now. Thanks, Michael.
Thank you, Michael. We do appreciate